enlarge triangle A by scale factor -1/2, underline that, centre -1, -2. This is quite a tricky question to do. So what we're going to do first is to identify where the centre of enlargement is, which is -1, -2. I'll put a cross there, you can see, done that before. That's quite key. What we're now going to do is to use what we call vector translations. I'm going to find out how far each of these points, I'll call this point A, point B and point C, are from this centre of enlargement. So let's start at point A. So point A is 2 across, so I'm going to put 2 for A, I'm going to put 2 across, so it's from the centre of enlargement, so it's 2 across, 1, 2 and 2 down, so that's -2. Point B, it's 1, 2, 3, and you can see it's 4 across, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4 across, and it's 2 down. So point B is 4 across and 2 down, put -2 there. And finally, point C, which I'll do on this side, point C from here, it's 2 across, 1, 2 and 4 up, 1, 2, 3, 4. So point C is 2 across and 4 up. All of this is measured from the centre of enlargement. Now the scale factor is -1/2. This means for my new image, the points will be -1/2 of all these here, from here. So this will give me -1, -2. This A will give me -1 plus 1, because I'm halving these by -1. I'm multiplying by -1/2. B will give me -2, and that will give me 1, because I'm multiplying each of these by -1/2. So for A, so I know that A from this point must be 1 across and 1 up. So I'm going to put a mark here, and that will be my new point for A dash. B from this point must be 2 across and 1 up. So that will be B. So it's always from here. So it's 2 across, 1, 2 and then the 1 up. And finally C, my new C from here will be 1 across, as you can see, and then it would be 2 down, 1, 2, which is here. Now we're now drawing this up with our ruler, and it will look like this. Then if I was to shade that in so we can see, that this here is an enlargement scale factor -1/2 about the point -1, -2. It's important to realise that the shape has been inverted and the sides are half the distance. It is also quite useful sometimes to help you along if you can do your ray lines, but it's not necessary. So if I look at this point here, for example, you could see that these are just guidelines that you could have done if you wanted to, again going through the centre. Now some people do the guidelines first just to get an idea of where it might be. Okay, so you can see here the guidelines is just emphasizing the point that where they go. This point B has gone over here, you can see, through the center, -1, -2, and then C here, and so forth. So as an idea, you would know that this object would be somewhere in this region on the opposite side.